published 8:51 Eastern Standard Time, the 6th of January 2018, updated 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, the 6th of January 2018. Diego Costa managed a goal, a flailing elbow, a tunnel scrap and a red card all inside 70 minutes on his league return for Atletico Madrid. It was textbook Costa, ticking every box as his team beat Getafe. It was only 3 degrees above freezing when he ran out in his favoured short sleeves and gloves combination. It was not long before the gloves were off and he would not go the full 12 rounds. His name had been cheered loudest by the Atletico supporters, although it was minute 12 before there were any of them behind the home goal as they staged a protest over the early kick-off time and only poured down the aisles after the game had started. Diego Costa smashed a low shot from inside the box to double the home side's advantage and score on his debut. The striker, back from his time at Chelsea, hopped over the advertising hoardings and made his way to the home fans. The Spain international, who had already been booked, ran up the stairs to celebrate his goal with the Atletico supporters. Costa didn't hesitate before running to the fans after marking his second debut for Atletico with a homecoming goal, but Costa's delight at scoring Atletico's second goal quickly turned to despair when the referee brandished a red card. When he emerged from the mob of ecstatic supporters, he pointed up to the skies and wasn't aware of what was coming. Referee Jose Munuera showed the striker a second yellow card for his celebrations and produced the red card. Costa had a look of shock etched on his face as he was forced to leave the field of play early on his second debut for the club. The 29-year-old held his hands on his head and couldn't believe he had been dismissed for 2 bookable offences. Costa was visibly infuriated by the decision and looked annoyed as he was reluctantly ushered off the pitch. The Atletico forward trudged off the pitch and ripped his top off in frustration as he headed down the tunnel. Costa was the victim before he was the transgressor, given a welcome back to La Liga challenged by Diego Costa after just 28 seconds, and those two were to continue the private battle throughout. He almost scored on 5 minutes with a curling shot just over Emiliano Martinez's bar. He then nodded the ball down to Griezmann, but from the edge of the 6-yard box, the Frenchman blasted wide. Then there was a lovely run across the face of the penalty area and a clever flick that almost put Yannick Ferreira Carrasco through. Soon Atletico were in front without his help. Griezmann played an Angel Correa and he dispatched past Martinez with the outside of his boot. Costa was involved in everything else. He was the outball every time Atletico wanted to clear the lines, and he held it up well despite close attention from Diego. When Diego kicked him on 27 minutes, it provoked the first melee of the afternoon, with the referee surrounded by a huddle of every outfield player. They had been led by Costa, who immediately after the challenge stormed towards the referee, albeit with his arms behind his back. He also disputed the challenge to Getafe's Damian Suarez and to the fourth official. With temperatures rising, Costa discarded his gloves. He was the foul magnet now, and when Sergio Mora flattened him, an enraged Simone came out of his technical area and was spoken to by the referee. Getafe's Juan Carlo was at the heart of things, and when he scrapped off the ball with Godin, he was booked. In total, 5 Atletico players joined him in the book before the end of the half as referee Jose Munuera lost control of the game. Forward Angel Correa peels away in celebration after his smart finish gives Atletico Madrid an early lead. The Argentine uses the outside of his boot to curl the ball into the corner of the net from inside the box to score the opener. Costa was not among them but needed to be separated from Carla as he confronted the defender going down the tunnel. He went nose-to-nose with Carla, and it was goalkeeper Jan Oblak who dragged him away. Perhaps this was just vintage Costa. In the first half, 7 players had been booked, but he had escaped without caution. That was to change in the second period. Things briefly calmed after the restart, and Costa robbed Damian Suarez but then blasted his shot over Martinez's bar. On 63 minutes, the sparks were flying again, and Costa was once more the fire starter. He elbowed Diego in the face as the two contested the ball and was fortunate to only be booked. 5 minutes later he got his goal, but it came with a yellow card. Vasalco crossed from the right and Costa got in front of Diego to shoot past Martinez. He dived into the crowd behind the goal to share the moment, which consequently turned out to be his last of the match because he was booked for excessive celebration when he emerged from the mob of ecstatic Atletico supporters. To his disbelief, he saw the red card raised by the referee and had to trudge off the pitch with still over 20 minutes to play. Costa cleverly escapes the attention of midfielder Mauro Arambari and looks to drive into Getafe's penalty area. Getafe defender Diego Costa does well to win a physical duel with Costa and clear the ball with his head up the pitch. The game had already been won and he had played a big part in winning it. But he will not be available for Atletico's next league fixture. 1 week into his second spell at the club and he is already suspended, Atletico coach Simon took a pragmatic view of Costa's dismissal and was pleased with what he had offered the team up until the point, saying the Brazil-born striker transmits fear. Simon said in his post-match press conference, as reported by the Spanish press, "I focus on all the good things that Costa did. The referee is following the rules, he cannot interpret the emotional side of things. The sending off is fine because he went to celebrate with the fans and you have to accept the rules are what they are, but he has scored an important goal." Diego Costa gives us speed, attacking prowess and he transmits fear. Damian Suarez times his sliding challenge to perfection to dispossess Atletico Madrid forward Yannick Ferreira. Carrasco goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez comes off his line and rises the highest to punch clear the danger from an Atletico corner.